So I'll wrap up and just answer some of the other questions that have come forward. Basically, an election is about placing your vote on whom you can trust, the person, the party that you can trust your future with, the future of yourself, your family, your children, your grandchildren. That's what an election is about. And to elect a government that's able to do that. So what we should really focus on is getting the best possible government for Singapore. So let's look at what the experiences of other countries has been, multi-party models. Belgium is an interesting example. It's not been able to form a government for the past 297 days. It's now a world record, 297 days since June 2010 when they had the elections. They were not able to form a government. Now, it's not for lack of political parties. They have many political parties. So using the opposition terminology, many insurance policies. But the insurance policies don't work. So they haven't been able to form a government. So the problem is not how many so-called alternatives, apparent alternatives you have. The problem for many countries all over the world is how do you get a good, strong, stable government that can take a country forward, make the decisions necessary for the country to move beyond where it is today. So during the financial crisis, and today 2-3 years after the financial crisis, many governments are still unstable, still dealing with the issues of the financial crisis. But because we have a good, stable government, even during the financial crisis, we were planning for what is to come beyond, so that when the financial crisis has subsided, we are already poised and ready to move beyond. This is the advantage of having a good, strong government. If you look at Britain or Australia today, they both have weak coalition governments. They're unable to take major decisions for the future because the governments are so finely balanced, so finely hung. If you look at the US today, the political polarization is becoming more extreme. The two political groups becoming more confrontational. The Republicans now control the House. The president is Democrat, so it's twisted. And on the way here, I was listening to the news. The government is going to run out of money because they're unable to pass a budget. So you're not talking about anything long-term, not even 1 year. They're living from week to week because they're unable to pass a budget. So when the opposition talks about an insurance policy, they want you to pay quite a high premium, by the way. Maybe 15-20% of the seats in Parliament is what they would consider a reasonable premium for this so-called insurance policy. But as you can see, in many of these countries, it's not so easy to produce a good, strong government. And in fact, by the opposition's own admission, if you ask them, are you ready to form a government? Show me, where is your cabinet? Who is going to be? It says, no, we're not ready. So what they're actually asking to do is to pay a very high premium for a so-called insurance, which when you have to call that insurance, they can't deliver. There's no government that they can form today, and they're not able to do so. And as the PM has explained, if you have good people, why would they want to spend many years sitting by the side, waiting for the government, maybe hoping for the government to fail? So what is a more practical way to move forward? And what is the approach that the PAP takes? We are a broad party. We bring in people with all ideas. Those whom we can persuade to join us in government, form the cabinet, come to Parliament, we try to do so. And even those who don't, we seek out their views. Every time we want to make a policy, whether it's a social policy, housing, business, economy, we invite views. We consult widely. In fact, we have many standing committees. And these are the people who are out there, who are helping to make the system work inside. They're not standing outside throwing stones, trying to bring the system down. This is the basic difference. And that's why we're able to have a good, strong government which is able to take us forward. And this is really quite a fundamental difference. So, if you want an insurance policy, a real insurance policy, then help the PAP. Make sure that we can bring in good people for the next generation. They come in, they may not be fully experienced, but they will learn the ropes. They will get to know the issues, they will learn how to govern, and then they will be in a good position to take the country forward into the next decades. That's the real insurance policy. That's the real way to have the assurance that we can continue to have good, strong government in the future. Not some insurance policy, so-called insurance policy, which you have to pay a very high premium for, and then when you want to call upon it, it really can't pay out and can't deliver. So, do remember that the election is about our future, the future of all of us. Vote for the government, vote for the party, vote for the people whom you can place your trust in and whom you have confidence in, who can run the country. If you vote for people whom you don't believe can run the country, then that really will bring the country down. So thank you very much.